Hello, my name is Yorick. Welcome to the Rob Rivers Horror Show, where everything horror gets us stabbed at. Will they survive or become one of the dead? Let's find out what he's going to look at today, shall we?
And that is All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, one of the films that I will be looking at today. Hello, my name is Rob Rivers. I am a horror fan, and if there's anything that's got something to do with horror, believe me, I'm there, baby. And of course, I look at horror movies, books, poems, meet horror stars, and stuff like that. I've done it all. I really have done it all, and I'm even a writer. So there's going to be looking for some of that coming up soon. So let's start off with the first film that I would like to look at today, and I do have one particular warning. All right, today's reviews do contain spoilers. All right, so I caution everybody at this moment that if you're not going to like what I'm saying here, because I'm really trying to explain these films to you, please void this one out and just see the films, okay, that you can see listed here before you get into the program. But once again, there are spoiler alerts here, okay? The first film I'd like to start off with is Red, White, and Blue. Let's take a look at that. And okay. So now we meet a chick who likes to have sex with men, and, well, isn't that a good thing? And only once, though. She only has sex with them once and doesn't fall in love. And at this one point, she tries to pull her life together. She befriends a man who is set on helping her. Along the way, one of the guys that she had a threesome with finds out he has AIDS. And with his buddies, who didn't come up with AIDS, which is really strange, and stuff like that, they go hunt her down. During a rage moment after they find the girl, the guy with the AIDS ends up killing her, and then they dismember her. Now, the guy that was helping her out hunts down the guys and starts killing them off one by one while he's trying to figure out where she is. So it's actually very, very mean and kind of bizarre in some sense, I guess you could say that. What works in the film? Almost everything. The actors fit their roles and are so believable. You can feel their sorrow, their pain, their fear, their joy, and you can see it actually in their faces. And it's wonderful. The story is good and holds everyone tightly together in a nice bond. What doesn't work in the film is the pace. From time to time, from the time we meet everyone to the point of discovering the AIDS epidemic, the movie's already half done. Everything speeds up after they kill her, and the next thing we know, the ending credits are coming up. There are some questions that aren't answered, but then again, maybe we just weren't meant to know. Overall, Red, White, and Blue is a decent story. It really doesn't fit in the horror genre, more of a drama thriller, but it does have horror elements in it. This is a good film to watch with friends so that way you can talk about it afterwards. It is really good, a conversation piece. It does cover the base that we can see every day with the terror of the AIDS virus floating around, and in more than one occasion, your life could change within seconds. That's what's very, very cautious about this film, is that as they go on with the AIDS, with the murder, with this guy that's trying to find her and stuff like that, these guys' lives are being changed. So, grade for this is a B-. Please check this one out. You will not be disappointed in this one. The dead feast on human flesh and stop nothing for it. The living, confined to dark corners of the world, must do what it takes to survive. Dying is the only thing left to do at the end of the world. Check out Blood White at bloodwhitemovie.com. And we're back. That is, of course, Blood White. And, you know, I mentioned earlier that I'm a horror fan. I read, I write, and I also act. I am in Blood White. I play the Crossroad Man, so there's something that you definitely want to check out if you know me. This is one film, because I've got the most unusual, what the scene that you've ever seen in a horror film. It's just so wild that it's just like, what? That's me, you know, that's Rob, you know, gotta figure him out. All right, let's take a look at All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. Okay, and we meet Mandy Lane, a beautiful young lady who has every boy wanting her. She has a gorgeous body, hair, face. There's not a thing wrong with her, and every boy wants her. Why? because nobody has her. She's as pure as a driven snow. More or less, you can say that she's a virgin in every way, never had sex, never touched, never been kissed. At least at the end of her sophomore year, she and a guy friend of hers are invited to a pool party by some dumb jock's house. God, this guy's a real jerk. All right, during the party, he tries to get with her only to be confronted by Mandy's guy friend. They kind of get in a little bit of a scuffle. But it's all said and done. And her guy friend ends up on the roof of the jock's house. Why? I don't know. And so the jock goes up there and confronts the guy once again, more or less telling him to get off his roof. All right, they both look at Mandy, and the guy friend turns to the jock and says, "Hey, you really want to impress her? Jump off. May need to jump off into the pool," and stuff like that. And the guy is so drunk and so dumb, and he does it. All right, and of course he gets himself killed. All right. Well, now we flash forward several months. Mandy is no longer hanging out with that guy. She's hanging out with a new crowd and gets invited to this dude's farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. All right, now we have a total of 6 people that are headed to this house for a party. We have 3 guys and 3 girls. And, of course, there's a ranch hand there, too. As the night moves on, the partying with the booze, the drugs, and the games that end up insulting one another, before too long, one of them is killed. Then another. And if somebody is attacking them from the outside, who is it? Like, we don't know, right? What works in the film? Not much. Sure, the girl that's playing Mandy is very attractive. We get the idea that she's a good, clean chick. The others fit their roles as egotistical teenagers, but that's it. There's nothing else. What doesn't work is the story itself. It just doesn't work. All right, the movie has so many holes in it. While you're watching this film, you can figure out who's doing the killing and why. I mean, just look at the title. Come on. Overall, what we really have here is another obsessed young love story that goes nowhere. There's no blood, some nudity with an odd effect to it. The movie is more focused on sex and sex talk, drinking, smoking, or any other drugs that are involved. There is a small surprise at the end, but after we get it, we find out Mandy is no better than any of the others. My grade for this one? A D.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's Screamer time!
And it is time for the screamer of the segment. And boy, this one really knows how to top it. All right, we have Summer's Moon. Oh, bear with me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. A young lady has hitchhiked her way to a small town in search of her father that she's never met. While trying to steal some food from a convenience store, a local cop sees her and he tries to stop it. She makes a run for it. A young adult male sees her and sends a cop off in a different direction, telling the chick to get into his car before he comes back. Later, they're at a bar, talking, getting to know one another. The next thing you know, he invites her back to his place for the night, and of course she does. Right after a night of sex, she goes to leave the next morning, only to be knocked out by the guy's mother. She wakes up, chained to a bed of dirt in the basement. The guy says that she's going to help his garden grow, that he is actually growing in the basement. What's he's growing? I have the slightest idea. But off to the side is a chick that is sitting in the chair that is dying. So this chick is going to replace the other chick. All right? Of course, the girl does try to escape from time to time, and things just go from bad to worse until the guy reads her diary. Then he unchains her, says that she can move around the house while he's home, but when he's gone, she's got to be locked up. Now, of course, she's wondering why this guy is being so nice. All right? Now, from what I've told you so far, you could probably figure this out, okay? So, gee, I wonder why. All right? And, of course, we know it before it's even revealed, okay? The father that she's looking for is actually this guy's father. All right? Once the mother finds out who this girl is, calls the dad back home. When he comes home to meet his new daughter that he never knew he had, but prior to his arrival, the son still gets it on with the girl, his half-sister, all right, falls in love with her. Now the father comes home. He wants to take his daughter away because he's out on the road, some kind of salesman or whatever, and show her his evil ways. But the son says, no, you're not taking her away. We're going away. And then all hell breaks loose. Okay, so what works in the film? Nothing. Not a blessed thing. You can figure everything out before we even get started. All right, what doesn't work in the film? The film is just terrible, and it is just so bad. That's why it's a screamer. Overall, from what I've told you, you should know this type of film, and believe me, you don't want to watch it. Oh my God, this is definitely a screamer. You will scream at this. It's like, what is this garbage, and why did you waste the money of making it? Oh, don't check this one out.
Don't forget to check out Plastic. There's my lovely daughter, Tawny. Not only did she play a victim, but she also did all the blood work for the film. You can check out more films at skibofilms.com, where you'll find Blood White and others. See you there.
And there's Plastic. Always got to do Plastic. Tawny is just a wonderful young lady. I'm very proud of her. Not only is she doing blood work, she's also getting into costume design. She's done some real good costume work. You can hopefully we'll see her on cosplay anytime soon, but I'm not sure. But I'm very proud of her. So I want to go back. Let's go into some artwork before I get into the book here. Let's go into some artwork here, because actually I want to go back to May 4th. All right, now May 4th was actually supposed to be May the Force Be With You Day, a big Star Wars thing going on. But according to Weird Tales magazine, May 4th is also Sea Serpent Day. All right, and they posted a lot of great artwork of sea serpents, all kinds of different stuff, and we're going to take a look at them. All right, let's go. And this is a really bizarre looking one. You wouldn't want to reach out and try to help this person out of drowning now, would you? I mean, can you imagine that, actually reaching out, grabbing a hand, and here's this huge creature underneath it? I mean, that's really kind of bizarre. And this is even more wicked. Sometimes when you think about it, how things can exist underneath the water, and especially with the redness on the bottom of the picture and stuff, it kind of makes you wonder if this is kind of a hellish thing coming up. And oh, look at this one. I think this is kind of what I always figured, like the Clash of the Titans, as of how the Kraken comes out, because that's what the Kraken is, like kind of giant octopus squid type thing, and it's coming out to grab you and destroy the city. And of course, here we are here. If you are out swimming and having a good time, and look at the girl riding the octopus. Oh, I was like, I wouldn't want to mess around here. You know, come on, girl. This has got some kind of control. This one is a neat little drawing, I thought, of little things coming up, kind of eels type. I mean, the detail on this is just not too bad for kind of a black and white type photo. And this, oh, now this is kind of funny. Nice little things. It's just funny how you can look at some of this artwork, all right, and we can actually see how things look so different in the ocean compared to people. I mean, this is how the story of mermaids actually came along, how things just look different. And this kind of reminded me of, there's a show called The Lost Tapes, where they go over like urban legends, and there was an urban legend on there of an octopus or some kind of water creature living inside some lake, and this is what this one reminded me of. And to top it all off here, very, very graphic. All the different colors and the different styles of the ocean and whatever this huge thing is in the background. I just love it. And let's finish this off here with, of course, a mega... I hope you enjoyed that artwork. Like I said, the artwork is courtesy of Weird Tales magazine. Very, very neat magazine. Why are my eyes so dark? You know, in case anybody's wondering, no, I don't have black eyes or anything like that. And it's just, look, maybe I'm having an allergy problem. I don't even realize it. I mean, I can put my glasses on. You know, I put my glasses on, but then everybody sees my monitor, and it kind of reflects the glare or stuff. I don't want everybody to think I'm stoned out, you know. Oh, my gosh. Looking at them, hey, man, they're back. All right. So let's go to a book, shall we? And this is Bentley Little's The Store. This is definitely one to check out if you've ever worked in retail. This is a genuine Walmart, Target, Kmart nightmare. If you've ever been here, you'll know what this is about. It starts off a little sluggish, and around the 100-page mark, it does pick up. It's full of demons, all kinds of other weird crap. Check it out.